What's up, ladies and gents? My name is Jazzyman, and welcome back to the channel. It's been brought to my attention that my buddy Wolfblazer5 over on his channel decided to break into some weapons stuff. So I know he's my friend. We've been around the same subs for a while. Recently started doing some videos together. But he decided to step on my territory. Weapons are my thing. He can stick to his card unboxings. Well, let me tell you something, Wolfblazers. I know you're watching, Johnathan. This is my house. Stay out of it. So you thought you could show off knife collections. You have 2 knives, my guy. 2 knives. I got more. And I'm going to show mine off. So learn your place. So here we go. We're going to start from smallest to largest. For me, it's kind of knife/dagger. I consider anything a knife that's about the size of my forearm or smaller. I've got a lot bigger things, like swords and katanas and stuff like that. But we're sticking to knives. This first one, I had to get something on his level. I've actually had this for a while. It was just in a drawer somewhere. Your standard pocket knife. The siding has fallen off. Just a regular old pocket knife. I don't even know the brand. It broke a long time ago, but I've kept it because someone gave it to me, and that person's no longer with us, so you know it's sentimental. To be fair, this is actually probably one of the sharpest knives here, because I don't sharpen my knives. But yeah, cheap little thing. The next one is actually one I care about. This is my carry knife. This is the one I carry every day. This is a Smith & Wesson M&P knife. Has a little safety right there on the side, and it flicks open. See, it's got the M&P logo there on the side. You can tell it's been used quite a lot because the paint's coming off. Even on the handle, you can see wear and usage and discoloring. I've carried this knife for about 3.5 years. And I love this knife. It is a great knife. I love it. Oh, and it has a glass breaker on the back too. It's freaking awesome. Sharp as hell. This next knife is actually my first carry knife. It's the first one I actually carried with me. And it's a custom-made knife by Cavazos Knives. I think that's how you say the name. Cavazos. They're a local company based here in Houston, Texas. Comes with its own little leather sheath and a belt thing where you can thread your belt through. And this is my very first carry knife, as I said. Got a little thing back here if you want a string or anything. I don't. It's got brass rivets. 2 different types of wood on the handle, which I really like. I forget exactly what they were. Like I said, I haven't carried this knife with me in 3.5 years. It's really good in the hand. And you might think this is rust. It's actually not rust. This knife's actually pretty well oiled. To prevent it from rusting, these are hand forged, not machine forged. So you can actually still see some of the hammer marks and everything in the top of it, and the bluing that went over it, and then just discoloration because of what I've used it for. Glues and paints and opening stuff like that, and it's left it on the blade, but it is oiled, so it's not rust. You can actually, I don't know if you can see the sheen on my fingers, but yeah, that's that one. It's a beautiful little knife. This next one is actually my first knife. This one, that's rust. There's no hiding that. That's rust. This one my father gave me a long time ago, back when I was like 6 or 7. It's an old, like, boot knife, I think. Ow, that's still a little sharp. I don't know if you can hear the rattling. Made in the USA. And, Providence, so I'm assuming Rhode Island, maybe. But, yeah. I don't think she's that sharp anymore. Some parts are, some parts are dull, so, yeah. It's a good little knife. It wants to stick. Slightly bent the tip. Ah, I'm an idiot. This next one is the knife I keep in my truck. This is my K-bar. Comes with a leather sheath. It says K-bar right on the front. I've had this one for about as long as I had the Smith & Wesson. You can actually see the leather on the handle itself has dried out a bit, which is easy to fix. Just get some leather treater and that'll be just fine. The blade itself, you've got an indent here, I'm guessing to reduce weight. You got like a saw blade here style thing. And yeah, overall, it's a great knife. This is actually the sharpest knife out of this entire set. This is really the only knife that I sharpen because I keep it in my truck. And I use it for packages and everything else. And as y'all know, cardboard and shit like that dulls a knife really quickly. So that's what I use this for. This next one is my first like survival knife. Real cheap, made in China. It's called the Amazon Jungle Survivor. If you check me out on social media, you've actually seen this knife a few times. I abuse this knife quite a bit. Most recent one was last February when Texas had that big like freeze over. There was one of our little ponds out here froze over. And I was like, I want to see if I can break the ice. So I took this knife out there, yeeted at the ice, and it just stuck in it. What you just saw me, it has a removable pommel. It's empty on the inside. But it has a little old plastic survival kit in there. It has matches, fishing hooks, fishing wire, and needle and thread, I believe, what's in there. And, of course, on the very back of the pommel here, you have a little compass. I can't remember if that compass is accurate or not. Guess we could check. It says north is that way, which is mostly accurate. So, I'm assuming it works. Next up, I got this knife at a gun show when I was like 13 with my dad. It's just an old bayonet. Nothing special. On the side it says US M16. Obviously, yeah, it can be mounted to a firearm. It's not very sharp. It's actually very dull. But you see there, it has the mounts and everything. And yeah, not a lot to talk about on this one. It has the indents on the ridge of the blade up here as well, I'm guessing for weight reduction. And this one doesn't actually use rivets. It has 2 screws, or maybe 4, 2 on each side. Not sure how that's done. But yeah, plastic handle opposed to wood, like the majority of these other ones. Or half of the other ones. Yeah, that's that one. And this next one is the one that I had to get the dagger for. I had to say dagger for at the beginning. Because this isn't exactly a knife. This is more of a dagger, but it's around the size of my forearm, so I was going to include it. I got this at Renfest, or the Renaissance Fair, a long time ago. And the point is the sharpest point at it. That's what you'd expect from a dual-sided little blade. The actual side blades themselves are extremely dull now, because when I was a kid, I used to go out and, hit trees and shit with this, because I thought it was badass. Because back when I was a little kid, this is a little bigger in the hand than it is now, so I'm like, I got a little one-handed sword, and, yeah. But no, it's beat up. 440 stainless, made in China. That's basically what it says on the blade. Surprisingly enough, I abuse the shit out of this knife, and there's no wobble in this handle. So I gotta give them that. I made a decent handle. I love that. That solid click into a hilt. But, or sheath, whatever you call it. But anyway, ladies and gents, I just wanted to show that off. Wolfblazer. know your place. Weapons are my house. All right. But ladies and gents, I appreciate you joining me. Make sure to check me out on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook for more content. As always, stay jazzy.